Welcome to my YouTube channel, Family Drama Files. Please like, share, subscribe for more emotional videos.
Family humiliation hurts the most because it comes from the people who know exactly where to aim. I thought lunch would be peaceful. Instead, my little niece looked at my wrist and repeated words she should never have heard. Mom says you only wear that watch to impress real rich people. The whole table laughed. No one realized those few words would expose years of jealousy and lies. I stayed silent. I paid the entire restaurant bill. Then I went home. Hours later, my phone buzzed with a message from my older brother. Rent is due tomorrow. I looked at the screen for a long moment. Then I typed one sentence that changed our family forever. Not after what I filed today. My name is Aaron. I have always believed that success should speak quietly. I never liked showing off. I drove an old truck even though I could afford something better. I wore simple clothes. The only expensive thing I owned was the watch my late grandfather left me. It was never about money. It reminded me where I came from. My brother Ryan always thought I was pretending to be successful. Every family gathering turned into a joke about my job, my savings, or my quiet lifestyle. His wife encouraged it. She loved making comments that sounded funny but carried real bitterness. That Sunday, we met for lunch to celebrate my father's birthday. Everyone seemed happy until my niece stared at my wrist. She smiled innocently and said, "Mom says you only wear that watch to impress real rich people." The room became silent for 1 second before laughter filled the table. My sister-in-law laughed the loudest. She did not deny saying it. My brother simply shrugged and continued eating as if nothing had happened. I looked at my niece and gently told her that adults should never teach children to judge people by what they wear. Then I quietly asked the waiter for the bill. The total was over $900. I paid every cent without saying another word. Everyone thanked me as if nothing had happened. That evening, I received a text from Ryan. "Rent is due tomorrow. Do not forget." Most people in the family did not know the truth. Years earlier, Ryan had lost his business. To help him start over, I bought the small apartment building where he lived. Instead of embarrassing him, I let him stay there for rent that barely covered maintenance. The lease was under a property management company, so he never knew I was the owner. For years, he mocked me while living in a building I had saved from foreclosure. That afternoon, something inside me finally changed. Instead of sending the rent, I met with my attorney. We reviewed every unpaid balance, every lease violation, and every broken agreement that had been ignored because he was family. When Ryan texted me again asking where the payment reminder was, I answered, "Not after what I filed today." The next morning, he called over and over. I did not answer. 2 days later, he received official legal documents informing him that the lease would not be renewed because of repeated violations. He had 60 days to move. The family exploded with anger. They accused me of destroying my own brother's life over one joke. I calmly reminded them that it was never about the joke. It was about years of disrespect, endless insults, and teaching a child to humiliate someone who had quietly protected them all along. When my father finally learned I had been the landlord the entire time, he sat in silence. Then he looked at Ryan and asked one question. "Did you ever once thank your brother for helping you?" Ryan had no answer. Weeks later, my niece visited me with a handmade card. She apologized and admitted she never understood why everyone laughed at me. I hugged her and told her none of this was her fault. Children repeat what they hear. Adults choose what they teach. Ryan eventually moved into a smaller apartment and had to rebuild his finances without expecting anyone else to rescue him. For the first time in years, he learned that respect is worth more than pride. Sometimes protecting your peace means ending the cycle that others call family tradition. The greatest revenge is not anger. It is refusing to let disrespect become normal. That day, I did not lose a brother. I lost the illusion that loyalty means accepting humiliation forever. Respect is earned through actions, not shared last names. The moment I stopped rescuing people who never appreciated me was the moment my life became peaceful again. If this story is taught you that self-respect should always come before family pressure, then remember this. Kindness should never be mistaken for weakness. The people who laugh at your silence are often the most shocked when you finally decide to speak through your actions instead of your words. Please like and subscribe.